know that in some countries, drinking coffee is not just a morning habit? It is a whole event. People sit for hours, they talk, they laugh, they share stories, all over one small cup of coffee.
And in other places, coffee is drunk in less than 30 seconds, standing at a counter before rushing back to work. Same drink, completely different experience.
Today, we are going to travel the world through coffee. And the best part? You do not need a passport. Just press play.
Hello and welcome, everyone. You are listening to Mr. English Podcast, your friendly space to practice real English through real conversations.
I'm Emma.
And I'm James.
If this is your first time here, welcome. We're so happy you found us. And if you have been listening before, welcome back. You already feel like family.
And hey, if you're enjoying what we do here, please subscribe to Mr. English Podcast so you never miss an episode. And share this channel with a friend who's also learning English. That small action really helps us grow.
It truly does. Okay, James, are you ready to talk about coffee?
Emma, I was born ready. I had 2 cups this morning just to prepare.
2 cups. That already tells me everything about today's guest host.
I prefer the word dedicated, not addicted. Dedicated.
Sure, let's go with that.
So let's start with something simple. Coffee is one of the most popular drinks in the entire world. Almost every country has a coffee culture. But what is coffee culture exactly?
Great question to start with. Coffee culture means the way people in a place think about coffee, drink coffee, and use coffee in their daily life. It's not just about the drink. It's about the habits, the traditions, and the feelings around it.
Right, because if you think about it, coffee is never really just coffee. It's a reason to meet a friend, it's a morning routine, it's a small comfort after a hard day.
Exactly, and every country has its own way of doing that. So today, we're going to look at several places around the world and talk about how coffee is part of everyday life there. And as we talk, listen carefully to how we use simple English to describe real-life situations. You will hear phrases you can actually use in your own conversations.
Perfect. Let's start close to home. James, tell me, what is coffee culture like in the United States?
Oh, okay. So I grew up in the United States, and I can tell you that coffee there is a very, very big part of daily life. Like, enormous.
How big?
Well, think about this. You can find a coffee shop on almost every street corner in most American cities, and people do not just go to get coffee. They go to work there, to meet friends, to have job interviews, to do homework.
Coffee shops become workplaces.
Exactly. I remember in college, every single person in my study group would walk in holding a large coffee cup. Some people had 2, and nobody blinked. It was totally normal.
Nobody blinked. I love that image. Everyone just walking around like little coffee robots.
Pretty much. And the orders, Emma, the orders in American coffee shops can be very complicated.
How complicated?
Okay, I once stood behind a man at a coffee shop and he said, and I'm not joking, I want a large iced coffee, half sweet, oat milk, no foam, extra shot, light ice with sugar-free vanilla.
That's a sentence, not a coffee order.
Right? The barista just looked at him and started typing. No questions asked. They're trained for this. It's a skill.
So in American coffee culture, customization, meaning you can change and choose everything about your drink, is very important.
Very. Americans like to have things their way. Even coffee. Especially coffee. And there's another thing I noticed about American coffee culture. The sizes of the cups.
Oh, yes. In many countries, a coffee cup is small, like a tiny little cup you hold with 2 fingers. In America, the sizes go small, medium, large, and then even larger.
Some places have sizes with special names, right? Not even normal words.
Yes. One famous coffee chain uses words like tall for small and venti for large. So a tall actually means the smallest size, which makes no sense, but Americans accept it.
Only in America. Okay, so American coffee culture is about speed, size, and making it exactly how you want it.
That's a perfect summary. People grab their coffee, they go. Coffee is fuel. It helps them move through a very fast day.
That's interesting because the next place I want to talk about is almost the complete opposite, Italy.
Oh, Italy. Coffee is serious in Italy.
Very serious. I read about Italian coffee culture and it's fascinating. In Italy, the most popular coffee is the espresso, and it's small, just a tiny cup, maybe 3 or 4 small sips.
And Italian people drink it fast, right? Standing at the counter?
Yes, that surprised me so much when I first read about it. In Italy, many people walk into a coffee bar, stand at the counter, drink their espresso in about 60 seconds, pay, and leave.
60 seconds. In America, that same person would be sitting in an armchair with a laptop for 3 hours.
Exactly. But that's the Italian way. The coffee's strong, small, and quick. But the quality is very, very important.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly that phrase. Italians care deeply about how the coffee is made, the temperature of the water, the way the coffee is pressed, how the milk is prepared. Every step matters.
And I heard that in Italy there are certain coffee rules, like you don't order a cappuccino after 11 in the morning.
Yes, that's a real thing. A cappuccino, which is coffee with hot, foamy milk, is considered a morning drink. If you order one at 2 in the afternoon, some baristas might give you a look.
What kind of look?
A gentle, polite, but very clear look that says, "We know you're a tourist."
Just from ordering the wrong coffee at the wrong time. That's culture.
It really is, and this is what makes learning about coffee so interesting. It teaches you about the values of a place. Italians value tradition, quality, and doing things the right way at the right time.
I love that. So Italy is about quality, tradition, and espresso done perfectly.
Yes. Now, let's move to a country with a very different but equally beautiful coffee tradition, Ethiopia.
Oh, this one is special.
Very special. Ethiopia is actually considered the birthplace of coffee. The story goes that a long, long time ago, maybe 1,000 years ago, a man named Kaldi noticed his goats were very energetic after eating berries from a certain tree.
His goats were the first coffee drinkers?
In a way, yes. He tried the berries himself, felt more awake, and the story of coffee began.
That is an amazing origin story. I love that goats are involved.
So Ethiopia has a very deep connection to coffee, and their coffee ceremony is something truly special. It is not just making a drink. It is a whole ritual that can last 1 to 2 hours.
1 to 2 hours just for coffee?
Yes. The host, usually a woman, roasts the green coffee beans fresh, right in front of the guests. You can smell the beans as they roast. Then she grinds them by hand, boils them in a clay pot called a jabena, and serves the coffee in small cups.
And everyone sits together during this time?
Yes, family, neighbors, friends, everyone gathers. They talk, they share, they connect. The coffee ceremony is a time for community. It is a time to slow down and be with the people around you.
That is beautiful. So in Ethiopia, coffee is not about speed or customization. It's about togetherness.
Exactly. Coffee brings people together. It creates time and space for human connection.
That feels very different from grabbing a large iced oat milk half-sweet coffee at a drive-thru.
Very different. But both are beautiful in their own way. They just show what that culture values. America values speed and convenience. Ethiopia values community and connection.
Both valid, just different.
Exactly. Now, let us travel a little further. Turkey.
Turkish coffee. I have heard this is also very unique.
It is. Turkish coffee has a history going back hundreds of years. In fact, coffee houses, which are places people go to drink coffee and spend time, were very important in Turkish culture a long time ago. People used coffee houses to discuss ideas, play games, share news.
So coffee houses were like the original social media?
I love that. Yes, the original social media. You go there to find out what is happening, to talk to people, to share your thoughts.
And how is Turkish coffee different from other coffees?
It is made in a very special way. The coffee is ground very finely, much finer than regular coffee. Then it's cooked slowly in a small pot called a zeve, sometimes with sugar added directly during the cooking, and it is never filtered.
So there are coffee grounds at the bottom of the cup?
Yes, and this is important. In Turkey, there's a tradition of reading the coffee grounds after you finish drinking. You turn the cup upside down, let it cool, and then someone reads the patterns of the grounds to tell your future.
Wait, your coffee predicts your future?
In tradition, yes. It's called tasseography. It's like a kind of fortune-telling. Of course, not everyone believes it is real, but it's a fun and meaningful tradition. It's part of the social experience.
So drinking Turkish coffee comes with a possible glimpse into your future. I need to try this immediately.
I thought you might say that. But the important word here is social. Turkish coffee culture is deeply social. You drink slowly, you stay, you talk. The coffee is an invitation to spend time together.
I'm seeing a pattern here. In many cultures, Ethiopia, Turkey, Italy in a slower sense, coffee is about time. You give time to the coffee, to the people, to the moment.
That is a really beautiful observation, James. And I think that's something we, in busy modern life, sometimes forget. Coffee can be a reason to slow down.
Agreed. Okay, let's go somewhere unexpected. Vietnam.
Oh, yes. Vietnamese coffee is something I personally fell in love with.
Tell me about it. What makes it special?
So, Vietnamese coffee is made using a small metal filter called a fin. You put the coffee grounds in the filter, pour hot water on top, and wait for it to drip slowly into the cup below. It takes a few minutes.
So you have to be patient.
You do. And I think that patience becomes part of the experience. You sit there watching the coffee drip slowly, and it becomes almost calming, like watching rain.
That is a lovely image, watching coffee like watching rain.
And here's the part that surprised me most. Vietnamese coffee is often served with sweetened condensed milk, not regular milk. Sweetened condensed milk. It's thick, sweet, and creamy.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
It is absolutely delicious. The coffee itself is quite strong and bold, and the sweet condensed milk balances it perfectly. It's a wonderful combination.
And is there a cold version?
Yes, café suada. That means iced milk coffee. You make the same coffee, add the condensed milk, pour it over ice, and you have one of the most refreshing drinks in the world.
I want one right now.
Same. And Vietnamese coffee culture is interesting because it reflects both relaxation and resourcefulness. The use of condensed milk came from a time when fresh milk was hard to find. People found a creative solution, and it became a beloved tradition.
That is fascinating. A problem became a tradition.
Exactly. And another uniquely Vietnamese coffee creation is egg coffee. You pour a thick, creamy mixture of egg yolk, sugar, and condensed milk on top of the espresso. It looks like a dessert.
Wait, egg in coffee?
In coffee. Don't make that face, James.
I'm not making a face. My face is just processing.
It sounds strange, but it tastes warm, rich, and almost like drinking a soft custard with coffee. It's very popular in Hanoi.
Okay, my face is now open to the idea.
Good. Always be open. That's a life lesson and an English lesson.
And a coffee lesson, apparently. Okay, let's talk about one more place. Japan.
Oh, yes. Japan has a very interesting and growing coffee culture. I think many people don't immediately think of Japan when they think of coffee, but it's a big deal there.
Right, I think people think of tea when they think of Japan.
And tea is still very important, but Japan has developed a very unique coffee culture, especially around what is called kisaten culture. A kisaten is a traditional Japanese coffee shop.
How is it different from a regular coffee shop?
A kisaten usually has a quiet atmosphere. The lighting is soft, the furniture is old and comfortable, slow, gentle music might be playing in the background, the coffee is made very carefully and thoughtfully, and the spaces are designed for you to sit quietly, read, think, or just rest.
It sounds like a kind of sanctuary, a peaceful place away from the noise of the city.
Yes, that is the perfect word, a sanctuary. Many Japanese people use kisaten as a place to breathe, to have a moment alone before or after a busy day.
And in a city like Tokyo, where everything moves so fast, I imagine that quiet space is very valuable.
Extremely valuable. There is also a concept in Japanese coffee culture called omotenashi, which means hospitality with deep care and attention. In a high-quality Japanese coffee shop, the barista may take several minutes to make one cup of coffee, explaining each step, making sure it is perfect.
So the customer feels cared for, not just served.
Exactly. It's a different relationship between the person making the coffee and the person drinking it. There is real respect on both sides.
That is so different from ordering in 30 seconds at a drive-thru.
Very different. And both are fine. They serve different needs. But I think we can learn something from Japanese coffee culture. Slow down, pay attention, appreciate small things done with great care.
All right. We have traveled to the United States, Italy, Ethiopia, Turkey, Vietnam, and Japan, all through coffee. And I feel like we have also learned something about people and how they live.
That is exactly it. Coffee is a window into culture. How fast or slow people drink it, whether they drink alone or together, whether they care more about convenience or quality, whether coffee is fuel or ceremony. All of these choices say something about the values of a place.
And now I want to bring it back to our listeners, because you, wherever you are in the world, have your own coffee story.
Tell us about it. What is coffee like in your country? What does coffee mean to you? Is it a morning habit, a social event, a comfort, a celebration?
There is no wrong answer. Every coffee story is interesting.
Okay, James, let us take a moment to slow down and look at some useful words from today's conversation. We used some great everyday words. Let's understand them clearly.
Perfect. First word, culture. We kept using this word today. Culture means the way a group of people live, think, and do things together, their traditions, habits, and values. So coffee culture means the habits and values that a group of people share around coffee.
You can use it in many ways: food culture, work culture, music culture. It's a flexible and very useful word for everyday English.
Next word, tradition. A tradition is something people have done for a long time and continue to do, like the Ethiopian coffee ceremony. It's a tradition. It has been done for hundreds of years and it continues today.
Tradition gives something meaning because it connects you to the past. You can say, "In my family, we have a tradition of having coffee together every Sunday morning."
Nice, very natural sentence. Next, convenience. Convenience means something is easy, fast, and saves time. American coffee culture often values convenience. A drive-through coffee is convenient. You don't have to get out of your car.
Opposite of convenience would be something slow and careful, like the Japanese or Ethiopian approach. Neither is better, they're just different values.
And our next word, sanctuary. We use this to describe a Japanese kisaton. A sanctuary is a safe, peaceful, quiet place, a place where you can rest and feel comfortable. People often say their home is their sanctuary, or a quiet library, or a favorite park.
This coffee shop feels like a sanctuary to me. That's a beautiful and very natural sentence for everyday English.
And last word for today, resourcefulness. This came up when we talked about Vietnam. Resourcefulness means finding creative solutions when you don't have everything you need, using what you have in a smart and creative way.
The Vietnamese use of condensed milk was a result of resourcefulness. No fresh milk? Find something that works. And it became something wonderful. Resourcefulness is a very positive quality in a person or a culture.
Great words today. Use them, practice them. Write a sentence using one of them in the comments. That's always great practice.
James, what is your favorite thing you learned today or remembered?
Honestly, the Ethiopian coffee ceremony. The idea that coffee can be a reason for community. You spend 2 hours together, you talk, you connect. No phones, no rushing, just people and coffee.
That got me too. We live such fast lives, and sometimes we forget that sitting down with someone over a warm cup of something is one of the most human things we can do.
Perfectly said. Coffee brings people together, no matter the country, no matter the cup.
And that's why we love talking about it. Okay, before we go, thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We genuinely love having you here.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Mr. English Podcast so you always get the newest episodes. And please share this podcast with a friend who's learning English. One share can make a big difference for someone on their learning journey.
And we really want to hear from you. Write in the comments, what does coffee mean to you? Is coffee a big part of your culture? What is your favorite kind of coffee? Or maybe you don't even like coffee. Tell us that too.
Every comment, every story, every little thought you share makes this community more alive. We read them. We appreciate them.
And remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave enough to try. Every word you hear today, every phrase you notice, every sentence you repeat quietly to yourself, it all adds up.
You are doing better than you think. Keep going.
Until next time, take care of yourself, keep listening, and remember.
The world is easier to explore when you have good English and a warm cup in your hand.
I love that. Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time on Mr. English Podcast.